inverses. So when they ask me to find f prime, and I see like these two are both g's, so when they ask me for f, I just get a little confused, and I would prefer to rewrite it as g inverse prime of 3 pi over 4, because then I've got everything's g. You don't have to do it that way, just my suggestion. And then g inverse prime is 1 over g prime of g inverse of 3 pi over 4. So what is g inverse of 3 pi over 4? This is the part where you answer the question. Yeah, good. So it's reverse, right? So normally this is your x and this is your y. Because it's inverses, we read off the y and look back to the x. And that's why they're giving this to you. So that g inverse of 3 pi over 4, where the x's and y's switched. So you go backwards and read what was the x, but is now the y. And that is pi over 2. Is that all right? Does that make sense? Then I got a side quest, right? So now I need to find g prime of pi over 2. I want to show you a mistake that I made a couple times. A couple people in here showed me the same mistake. So g of x is cosine of x plus 3x squared. So g prime of x, derivative of cos is negative sine, right? Plus 6x. So g prime of pi over 2 negative sine of pi over 2 plus 6 times pi over 2. Okay, see what I'm doing? Questions? So then if I plug in, if I work this out, pi over 2 is up here. So what's the y value up there? It's 90 degrees. Y value is 1. So this would be negative 1. Plus, and then 6 times pi over 2 would be 3 pi. So the mistake that I have made twice is I forgot it was a side quest. So I did all this, I plugged into the derivative, and then I tried to make that my answer. But that's not the answer. Remember, that was a side quest. That was to find this. So that's not the answer. 1 over that is the answer. I think it's an easy mistake to make. So when you go down here, like you feel like you're doing, like that's a full problem, right? But remember that this answer goes underneath your fraction. What's that for 13? Go ahead and try 14. Same idea, just different ways of doing it. Pattern of play. Otherwise, you know, we would totally go down during this class. Prove it. So 15, 16, and 17, if you're looking at those, I don't know where you are yet. Those have like 2 side quests. I really like that. Oh yeah, that's your for general. Like what I do with the look at. That's your expert level skill.
You just do your own time. Yeah, but
That's funny.
roasted.
to do 14 or should I wait still? If you're done with 14 and you want to go up to 15, give it a shot. Go for it. 2 side quests there. Where do you wait? Switch the exit lines. I don't want to say. I'm afraid we're talking about like different times of the process. So I don't want to just wait till it's done. Just wait till I do it.
I mean, I wasn't gonna do it.
I don't want to like confuse you. Don't say it wrong. We got at 14. Alright, let's look at 14. So, again, they give me this stuff with G's, and then they say find F prime. I'm like, well, that's stupid. Maybe it's easier for you guys, but that, like, really scrambles my brain. But then I remember this, and I'm like, okay, let's just do G inverse prime. How many of you guys do that? Where you cross off the thing like I'm suggesting? Like nobody. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the derivative is so 1 over G prime of G inverse of -10. So first of all, they were nice enough to give me the information to find G inverse of -10 because down here they're not. So what is G inverse of -10? That's where you read backwards. So typically that would be the Y value, but they're making that the X value because it's inverses. So when you read it, you read backwards. So it's G prime of -2. So then I got a side quest again. Color side quest. So G prime. You want to be able to see it. Purple would be good. So then G prime of -2 24 plus 4 is 28 minus, so this is 23. But again, remember this is a side quest. That is not your answer. The answer goes on, because this is G of -2 goes on the bottom of the 1, so the answer is 1 over 23. How's that for 14? Let me add that. Questions? Where'd you get this? Why did you do this? Alright, let's jump to 15. So 15, again, I'm going to cross that off and say, okay, I want G inverse prime of 4. That tells me I need to find 1 over G prime of G inverse of 4. So I got to find G inverse of 4, and now I'm like, oh crap. Because they gave it to me before, but now they didn't, so I have like an extra side quest here. Are you working on like 13 still? Do you have questions I can help with? You're okay though? Okay. So up here they gave me the X and Y. The X and Y. Here they're not. So I need to find out what G inverse of 4 is. But it's inverse. So am I plugging 4 in for X or 4 in for Y? Plugging 4 in for Y because I want the inverse. So your variables switch. So my first side quest is the square root of 8 minus 2x equals 4. Because again, this is an inverse, so 4 is your Y value, not your X value. And then I gotta solve this. So the first thing I notice is the X is underneath the square root, so let's square everything. minus 2x equals 16. And then if I move the 8 over, so negative 2x equals 8. So x equals negative 4. So then what I had, that's a side question. So that was to find g inverse of 4. So now I have 1 over g prime of negative 4. That's my first thing. Piece I have to do. Questions on that piece? Why put the 4 here? I've solved it. Okay. So then I got to plug negative 4 into the derivative. Well, I don't have the derivative yet. So that's another side question. So g of x, if I go over here, g of x is really 8 minus 2x to the 1/2. Just rewriting it because I can't do a square root, so to the 1/2 power. And then g prime, what rule or rules do I need there? Chain? That's it. I don't need a product. Product could be like a function of x times a function of x. I don't know. So it's just chain. So you bring down the 1/2. Now what do I do with the little guy? Nice. Am I done? No, I have to multiply by the derivative of the inside, right? So I get that. And my job is to plug negative 4 into that. Is there any benefit to me simplifying that first? There's not. My answer is going to be a number. Like, I'm going to plug a number into that and get a number. So I don't care how simple it looks or how it's organized. If it helps you to simplify it first, do it. But I don't think that's true of very many people. So I'm going to plug in g prime of negative 4. It's going to be 1/2 times 8 minus 2 times negative 4. So the negative 1/2 times negative 2. We're going to talk through that. So inside here, what do I have? 16. Forget the negatives there. So what's 16 to the 1/2 power? It's 4. It's the square root. And what do negative exponents do to things? Flip it over. So this is 1/2 times 1/4 times, now I'm going to write as negative 2 over 1 because then I can just go like straight across. So straight across the top gives me negative 2, straight across the bottom gives me 8. Remember, that's a side quest. I'm not done, right? That I just found is this g prime of negative 4. So now I have 1 over negative 2 over 8. So remember, we don't divide fractions, we flip over and we multiply. So this is 1 times negative 8 over 2. So we end up at negative 4. That's right, isn't it? So that's a tough one. I mean, you got 2. We had to do over here to find the inverse. We had to go over here to find the derivative. And then we got to remember it's 1 over that. There's a lot going on. Questions on 15? So do 16 and 17. Let me know if you're running problems, if I can help. We're going to move on a little bit. Looked way more futuristic. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Finger counting. What are they doing?
They're putting a light board in the hall for the swim team.
The swim team. Does anybody really care?
No, nobody
Weird.
knows. That's why it is like a week late. No, like two though. It's a school culture team.
That's my team.
Really?
Yeah.
So what about it?
So,
It's not work hard.
Matthew Bowman, you better watch words. You have great words in this room.
It's not like we don't work hard.
Wait, what did you
You're
say?
the girls' team.
What did you say?
He said,
well, it's been 23 years. So.
Men.
Yes, there's
We don't. This is the problem with men.
Like, you're just bored of their greatness? Is
No,
what you're saying?
no, I'm saying that
Yes.
the light board is usually for new and
Exciting. You were about to say exciting, weren't you?
I was.
See, this is a problem with our generation.
The light
Not
board's for
appreciating.
sport.
Better watch your words.
The light board's for things people care
We
about.
were
Is that what you're
going and expecting you to win it again.
Yeah.
It's not
What's
as
the issue?
exciting as the other team. It's not something with it.
Doesn't mean we don't deserve to be recognized.
The problem with that is like I get it, but like this group has never won it before.
That's
You
all,
know?
all I'm saying is that I can understand
Yeah,
why. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not
We
saying I
understand
agree.
between
I'm not
us.
saying that.
Yeah.
The problem is we work hard and nobody cares.
Why you were starting for
You're going on the light board. It's pretty cool.
It's all soft now. Can't complain because they won the light board.
And what is the light board? Is the third
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing matters if you have a the light board.
Might I remind you that you guys have a light board for the seniors on the tennis team.
I know.
Why? I don't know. What do you guys do?
You guys didn't do anything.
Yeah, huh? Like, what's
Anything
anything?
new and exciting? No.
Maybe they'll take down the replacement us.
Even though there's so many empty ones.
So no one cares about tennis. You know?
No.
No, clearly they do. They got a light board. On time.
Actually, Peter Pan.
Peter Pan made it. All of the ones that are up there still made. Like the one of me, Andy made. The one of our relay, Andy made.
Yeah.
Like all of us, like you guys didn't make it.
Andy who?
You get mad when you don't.
I'm gonna make so many light boards now.
Oh, last
Give
year.
us the opportunity to
We
make
don't
it.
have
But make it and have Davies print it. We made it our family with all of the little pictures of the faculty and walked in and Davies said, "Yeah, I'll print it." We made a real out, chill out light board too.
Isn't that
Davies has
our family thing?
It was.
Not-
Really?
Yeah.
I
We
don't
print it.
know.
You can print whatever.
How many got 1 over 27?
Yes.
We good on 16? 16's good? Okay, so I'll put the work up. I don't want to like talk through it because I don't want to interrupt you, but I'll put up the work for 17 so you can check it.
He's got a point.
What she said.
She said just going to cross country to don't win.
That's so sad. And you, like, the thing is, you almost always do. Just not this year.
Oh yeah.
Maybe on the light board.
Maybe.
multiply.
That's what I just didn't simplify as far as.
So multiply those two together, multiply those two together.
It was just because I did fig plus kid and changed this into.
It's negative.
Yeah, but and it's not 5.
It's not.
So like if I had x over 4 equals 3 over 12, I would solve that by saying 12x equals 12. So it's one cross equals the other cross. I think you're trying to do like one cross on top of the other cross, maybe. So you're nodding your head. Does that mean we're okay?
The answer is
Because I changed it to this multiplying to
Because of that, I forgot that negative.
There you go.
So like the 17 times I asked to do is 20.
answer you say the first one.
Yesterday I stumped Matthew Bowman with my problem solving abilities.
Yeah.
My big plus
Oh,
kid
I was like,
was gonna be.
Better or something. But yeah.
Big minus gift?
No, he was.
Well, I just when you said
Can
I'm
I
not
change
like
it to
Spandex, I
5
was like,
times x plus
Then you
3
said, but I
to
can't.
negative first?
You know what you can actually do?
That's exactly what I did.
No, it's not. It can just be chain rule.
I did.
meow.
I thought you said you did product.
I did chain rule and then I did big plus kid, which you only multiply by 1.
Yeah, you're in unit 5 now.
Oh, you did chain rule within the product rule.
Yeah.
And then that one part is 0. So, okay. Gotcha. Alright, questions on how I got to that? You guys alright? Okay. 18 and 19, I'm going to leave for you to try on your own if you would like. Happy to help, like, walk anyone through them individually. I'm not worried about them as a class. I would like you to go to 3-4, differentiating inverse trig functions, and write out the definition of the formula. Don't tell me God.
Every time there's a sign, I write all that.
Is this not in the notes video?
It is in the notes video. I'm gonna like show you.